that right?
Yeah.
Yes, has come on. She's got a new series of books coming out. She's going to talk to us about her books, but also hopefully a little bit about making books, because I understand you, the Heather's great to be making books, and certainly my class as well, we've been publishing our own stories. So thank you for your great attention. I'm sure you're going to show Jamie your excellent Killara manners that we're quite famous for. And I'll hand over to Jamie.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jamie.
Good. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. You all look like you're dressed up in different characters. Yes. Good. Are we in grade 2s and 3s here?
Three, fours, 5, 6s.
Oh, so we've got, oh wow, we've got a big range. Wow, nice to see you all. Okay, let me just tell you a little bit about myself. I actually am a teacher from Miami, but I was born here in Melbourne, and I actually started to write a book up in Miami, but the funny thing is I wasn't ever intending to write a book. I just love writing. Who here loves writing? Oh wow. Who here loves writing in their little journal, like a diary, a secret diary? A lot of girls? Good. Hands up if it's a secret. You wouldn't like anyone to read it. Oh good. Okay. So that means we've got a lot of writers in here. That's really good. So that's how it started for me. I was probably in grade 2 when I started to love to write. I just started writing in my little journal. And then one day when I was in Miami, do you know where Miami is?
Yes.
Where?
Miami.
Yeah?
Florida.
Good. And Florida is in which country? Hands up. Yes?
America.
USA? Yeah, good. North America, good. So what happened is my friend said, why don't you put in a manuscript? And a manuscript is just like, you know, a piece of paper with writing, like if you were to tear out a book from a page from your journal and just hand it into a publisher. I said, I can't do that. I'm too, not good enough, I thought it's not good enough. So sure enough, I said, I've got nothing to lose, right? Just hand in a story that I wrote. So I wrote the one that, you know, you're about to see. And I actually heard from the publishers 3 months later. It's a long time, right? 3 months. So I said to myself, wow, I totally forgot about you guys. They said, yeah, it takes us about 3 months to review. Oops. It takes us about 3 months to review, you know, your manuscripts. This is Muna, by the way. Can you say hi to Muna? Hi. That's one of the characters actually from the book. Sorry, she's a little flimsy. Something broke, so we weren't able to stand her up. Okay. Oops. Just probably going to have to leave. I'm probably just going to have to leave her there. She actually came all the way from the USA. I'm sorry. She came all the way from the USA. So I think something broke in there. So how about I show you of how it all started? Do you want to see how I actually got started to write a book?
Yes.
Okay. Well, firstly, I was in the Bahamas. Do you know where the Bahamas is?
Yes.
Hands up if you know where. I heard yeses but no hands.
I say yes.
Does anyone know?
Bahamas, Jimmy, not bananas.
All right. No one knows? All right. It's in the Caribbean and it's a beautiful island. And actually, the Bahamas has many islands, hundreds of islands. And I lived on a small island and I read a story to a little boy about 9 years old. I actually didn't read a story, I just made it from my mind. I really love to just make up stories as I go along. And he loved it so much, he said, what happens next? I said, oh, the end. You know, you'll find out the next day. I didn't really know what the end was because I was making it up. So that's when I said, I better get on my computer and start typing this story out. It only took me about 10 minutes. How long?
10 minutes.
That's it. But it didn't take me that long to publish the book. Can anyone guess how long it actually took me to publish an entire book? And it's not a big book, it's just a 24-page book. Yes, take a guess.
1 to 2 years.
No, a bit less. Anyone else want to have a guess? Yeah?
5 months.
Close. A bit more than 5. Yeah?
7 months.
Getting closer. Yeah, at the back.
8 months.
Really, really, really close. We'll have one more guess.
And 9.
Very good. My favourite number 9. 9. Anyone's favourite number 9? Good. All right. Good. 9 months. It actually took me 9 months. Let me just share with you some things. That's Muna and Jay. You can see on the board, right?
Yeah.
That's Muna and that's Jay. That actually is me. That's a cartoon character of myself. And I'll tell you the story in a second. Now, let me show you that. See right there?
Whoa.
That's actually meet my best friend from year 8 who passed away now, and her name's Muna, which is that character. Okay, this is the character here. Okay, she was my best friend. Hands up if you have a best friend. Oh my goodness, that's everyone nearly, yes? Good. Alright, so she's my best friend. So she passed away, and then voila, you get cartoon form. So that's pretty cool, right? All I did was give a photo that you just saw, and I actually showed my illustrator. I said to him, I really want the cartoons to look like her and me. And they were really ugly cartoons. I said, oh no way. I said, I can't, do that. This took a lot of work. Like, we didn't get it straight away. So let me find for you. I actually have a few things. Okay, who knows Aladdin? Yes? Good. Who likes Jasmine? Me too. So I grew up loving Jasmine, always wishing that I would have her long hair, and I kind of have long hair, right? Who has long hair? Some girls, yeah? Good. So I grew up very inspired with Jasmine and Aladdin and looking for that prince. So that is part of the inspiration of designing, the choice of characters that you see on the book here. So I kind of used that, and I gave this to my illustrator. I gave him all these illustrations, plus the photo that you saw, plus a few other ones. I don't want to bore you with so many pictures. And that's how we came up with these cartoons that you see.
Wow.
So, yep, that's that. And let me see. I actually took 3 hours to put together a whole heap of pictures so I could tell my illustrator what sort of pictures I want in my book, because he said to me, what sort of illustrations or pictures do you want? I said, well, how about I give you a whole heap of photos, bless you, that have inspired me growing up from like your age and up, and places that I've visited. I've actually been to Asia many times. Hands up if you visited Asia, which are places like China, India. Where have you been?
We're going to Japan.
Very nice. Good. You're going to have fun. Good. Who else has been or is going? Yeah?
I'm going back to Philippines one day, but
Good. You've got Filipino parents, or one Filipino parent?
one and one Australian.
Very good. So you're a mix. Who's a mix in here? Like they have a blend of different cultures. Oh, very nice. Good. I'm a mix too. I have half Greek, half Maltese, but I was born in Australia. Oh, I hear a lot of yeses. Is that because there's some Greeks or Maltese in here? What are you?
Greek.
Oh, good. Okay. So, getting back to this, can you all see this bamboo? Okay, I've visited many places like that. So that was my inspiration. I love tropical scenery. Now, what you're seeing here is what I actually gave my illustrator. It took me 3 hours to put all these things together. Do you know what sort of flower this is? Anyone? Teachers? Lotus flower, yes, lotus flower. I really love lotus flowers. Now, what are these? These are terraces. Yes.
Aren't those farming?
Well, yeah, they farm. They get different things from there, such as rice and tea. So, a lot of these terraces I saw when I was in the Philippines. Okay, they have a lot of terraces in the Philippines. So I said to the illustrator, I need to have some of these as well. And look at this. I've got a lot of huts, because this is where Muna and Jay actually live, which you'll see. So there's a hut. What country is this?
Hong Kong.
Oh, yes, someone called that Hong Kong. Very good. Now, I've been to Hong Kong many, many times, and that's where the first book is based, in Hong Kong. That's one of my first visits. There's a lot of pictures, isn't there?